Caffeine, 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 caffeine. I'm begging you to keep me energized. Welcome to HowDoWeHuman. This is the podcast where we talk about all the weird and uncomfortable micro moments in life. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Binning.
I'm one of your hosts, Evan Cox.
And today we're going to be talking about caffeine, being caffeinated.
Being caffeinated. What? I think we got a
lag?
Delay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to take a sec. Let it catch up.
Ketchup. Are we going fast
This sounds good.
Great. I think my singing really screwed up the internet. It was too overwhelming for Spectrum to handle. It's tough when
typing.
Yeah, it's like this guy. I know he's singing, but the tune is just barely impossible to decipher. Oh, I think it's Jolene. We're going to be talking about caffeine today and the things we love and the things we don't love so much.
Mm-hmm. Caffeinated among us.
Speaking of things that we don't love so much, our lives. Evan, how you doing?
Doing okay. If you're watching the video version on YouTube at HowDoWeHuman, I probably just shouldn't mention anything because it just looks like I'm wearing a shirt under the shirt. But I've got an icy hot patch on my shoulder because I don't know what I did yesterday. I'm in serious pain. I had a really stressful, shitty day yesterday, so sometimes that can manifest itself as the bodies. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Tell me about it. I gotta go broad strokes here. He's back. It's Lord. I gotta go broad strokes because I'm talking some work stuff. But listen, I work in an industry. I've said it before. You might not be able to tell, but I work in the podcasting industry. And what I do is video related stuff, making content for social media. My job is maybe number one on the chopping block that companies are getting or looking to get rid of with AI updates, stuff like that. I'm very weary. I'm weary. I'm wary. I'm wiry. I wish I was still wiry. God, I used to be so wiry. It was so hot. Everybody loved it. In broad strokes, I'll just say we had a big old corporate meeting with our new ownership, who was like shockingly honest. And I already texted you this, but they were answering questions from the people, and AI was obviously one of the big questions. And our owner just honestly said, like, if you feel like your job might be taken over by AI, find some other way to be useful to the company. And I can't. I can't do this. Like, it sucks. The whole thing sucks. It's a lack of acknowledgement of two things. One, that I'm 15, 16 years deep into a career.
Sure.
Two, we live in a society where...
We live in a society, we work in an industry.
We live in a society where you gotta make money to stay alive, which
Correct.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a good time. But it appears to have been 15 years of wasted time. That's how I'm doing terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I've been more anti-AI than you have.
You always say that. I don't know that it's true.
Hey, you have ChatGPT. I've never touched the stuff.
You've seen every time I've touched it. It's been for the podcast.
Yeah, and I have been starting to get AI videos in my
Mm.
feed on Instagram. Um and it's usually like, what would this cartoon character look like in real life? And then
I can
every
only
female
imagine.
character, the breasts grow larger and larger. It's like, was this AI, or did you
Was
request this
this a
specifically?
you?
um, but anyway, I think my big contention with AI is that it's always seemed like it will be used by the
The
wealthy
worst
and
of us.
uncreative. Yeah, exactly. um, but
Yep.
yeah, so I share your disdain for that sort of announcement from a boss.
But here's what's going to be funny
Yeah.
is, listen, I'm going to get fired. My whole team's probably going to get fired. This happens. And they're going to replace us with AI. And then, maybe less than 365 days later, they're really going to start charging a lot of money for people to use AI tools.
Yeah.
And then you're going to find yourself in a boat where you're paying the same amount of money, but you don't have people who will do whatever you want. You just got computers that fuck shit up all the fucking time. Nothing looks exactly like you want it.
Yeah.
And it
Do
all
you
looks fine.
This is a great question, because I'm the one asking it. Do
Mm.
you think that they'll charge more money so that companies, it's more expensive to use AI than to use human workers?
I hope
Or
so. God, that'd
that
be
it will
funny.
be charged so that it's more expensive? They're still charging more, but they are still keeping it under the threshold of paying human beings? Or do you think
Probably
it'll be
that,
exactly the same?
because human interest is all that's at work here, and the people with the controllers, it's fucking Sam Altman and all these twerps,
Yeah,
and they care about making money for themselves. So
it's true.
if it's too high, people are going to stop using it. But if it's right comfy under there, all these people can be unemployed and they can make a shit ton of money. And that's great for
Yeah,
everybody.
that's great
Chris,
for everybody.
how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Look, I told you before we started recording, I burned the story that I wanted to, or that I was saving for this episode. I burned it in the mini episode we did, and
Whoa.
I had something else written in my notes, so I wasn't uh, uh total despair. But um, I wrote down the phrase "seeing someone you know at work," and I know
Okay.
vaguely
I've done it.
what this is, but I don't know why I wrote it down. But I don't know if you experienced this, say, at Walgreens.
Okay.
Someone you know comes in to shop at
Oh,
Walgreens and they see that you're
yes.
working there. Or perhaps you know someone who works at another business. You go into that business. We've had a guest on who used to work at Trader Joe's. Maybe
Hmm.
you went into that Trader Joe's and you saw him working there.
Right. I've done all these things.
I find that awkward,
Yes.
to be on both sides of it. um if I'm the customer, hey, I don't want to bother you while you're working,
Yeah.
even though I'm sure you would love uh to see me. Oh, you know what, hey, I remembered why I wrote this down as was
Fuck all
pontificating
that.
aloud. I was on a flight and I saw someone I knew was one of the flight attendants, and I
Whoa.
debated, do I say hi or not? But at one point, she's coming up the aisle to collect trash, and I've got some trash. So I say hello to her when I hand over my garbage, and then she like wants to have a whole conversation, but it's
Oh,
on a plane. I'm on
yeah.
an aisle seat, so she's standing in the aisle, blocking the whole aisle to have this long conversation when I really just wanted to be like, "Hey, how are you? Good. How are you?
I know
Good.
you.
Bye." Yeah. Uh
Recognition.
in, Instead of this long conversation, because I also felt awkward now. Now everybody knows one of these flight attendants
Hmm.
is incapacitated talking to this guy.
Yeah, but
I feel
also they
like
know that
all eyes are on me.
she knows you, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, man, can you get me some extra cookies or something? You got
Yeah,
an in?
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Can
when
I
the
get a
whole
ginger
plane
ale and like
revolts. Yeah,
have an extra 10 minutes to drink it?" Every time I'm on a
yeah.
plane, I feel like I get a ginger ale, and then they're there to collect it like 3 minutes later. Like, how the fuck do you think I drink ginger ale?
Chug,
No, I'm not
chug,
done.
chug, chug. But I have also been at work, seen somebody I know, and I almost feel like when I was in college, I had a cashier job,
Yeah.
and sometimes I'd see somebody I know, and a big part of me is like, don't see me like this. Don't see me working my first job.
I think well, yeah, I definitely had that. I mean, Alma had so few places to eat, and I worked in a restaurant. I
Sure.
was in the back, though, so they didn't often see me, but like, yeah, definitely a lot of people saw me back there, washing dishes or cooking. But I believe I told this forever ago. There was a time I was working at Walgreens, and I worked in the photo department, so I was developing everyone's photos. And a coworker, uh, guy I went to school with. I think he was a grade under me, but like a significantly more popular guy than me. And you're at that point where you're like, listen, I moved to Seattle. We've all been there. I've moved to the city. I left all that behind. I'm working. I'm a working adult now. And then someone comes in that was like more popular than you, and you're developing their photos, and they're all of them in like Bali vacationing. Just like having a party, and then you have to give them their photos and be like, "Hey, yeah, oh, I remember you." I'm wearing my dumb fucking Walgreens shirt. It's a bad feeling. I don't like
Yeah.
it. That's all.
Well, as long as we're talking this much about work, hey, some people can't get any work done without their caffeine. Don't talk to
Hey,
me till I have my coffee.
don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Period.
Yeah, that's me at work, because I don't really, we've talked about this. I don't drink coffee. I don't
I don't
get
either.
that caffeine fix. I don't take caffeine pills. I I just ride at this high energy all day long. This
Mm,
high energy you're listening to right now, where you're like,
yes.
God, this guy must be jittery as hell, because I can feel it through the audio of this podcast. This is me all day long, baby,
I would think.
bouncing off the walls.
I would think sometimes we do. I would say I do a lot of long, rambling, fast talking on this podcast, and people might be surprised to know I haven't had caffeine in 15, now more than that, 20, now probably 15 years. Or have I? Hence the
Ooh.
story coming today. Have you ever been a caffeine boy? Because I used to be a big old caffeine baby.
No, I have never been a caffeine person.
I'm fascinated by you.
I've tried, some stuff, and I it feels a lot like alcohol to me, where like
Mm-hmm.
90% of the time I'm like, this tastes disgusting. And then every now and then I'll get one that I'm like, no, this tastes pretty good. I just wouldn't want to buy it every day.
Yeah.
So I don't
Even
I
aside
don't
from,
know.
I mean, you've said you're
I don't
not
get it.
you've never, or maybe I'm misremembering, never really been a soda drinker either. Because, we don't have to go
That's
high caffeine
true.
content, but like a Mountain Dew, never.
No, I've never been. Never been a soda boy. Um,
Fascinating man.
yeah,
Very interesting.
I'm trying to think of other things that have a level of caffeine in them,
Green tea.
but no, I've never been a tea drinker either.
Hmm. Well, I'll say, yeah, I used to be hard into the stuff. I drank a lot of coffee and would do Red Bulls. I was starting my working career at the height, and you'd say, is there a lowering? Because they're still very popular, but like the height of like right when Monster came out and all that shit. So I loved Red Bull. That shit tastes so good to me, and I miss it. Red Bulls and Buku's one I don't think they make anymore. Uh, but yeah, so I was flying high for a while there, and I've probably talked about it ad nauseum. Let's add nauseum to this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's get sick. I understand what that term means. But yeah, when I was working at Walgreens, I would do some sort of energy drink every morning and or like multiple cups of coffee before I went to work. And then there was just all of a sudden one day that like caffeine just really started fucking me up. Like my stomach would start burning and my anxiety would shoot through the roof. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it is what people talk about when they have problems with caffeine, where it's like, oh, I can't. When you drink it all the time and you don't have a problem with it, it's wild to hear someone else say, like, oh, yeah, I just have like one cup of coffee and I get all jittery. And then
Sure.
it starts happening to you. So I have a very bad reaction to caffeine now. I switched to decaf after that, and within months started having the same reaction to decaf. I'm like, okay, so I can't have anything. And had an awkward. Let me see how you would stop me if I've said this before, but curious how you would handle this situation.
Okay.
I had been off of caffeine, I think 6 years at that point. I was at a job. My boss had quit, and I had just gotten a new boss. This was his like first week, and he was like, "I'm going. You know, we want to make this special. I'm going to KFC or something." He was picking up some food, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's go. Give me some chicken." But I didn't mention a drink, like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
New boss comes back with a Pepsi, a full throated Pepsi. I'm just like, I don't want to be weird about this. Also, though, I should set a guideline of like, sorry if this happens again in the future, I can't have caffeine. But I didn't, and I just drank that Pepsi because I'm like, how bad could that be? It's got caffeine in it, but it's not gonna kill
Right.
me.
It's not at the same amount. Yeah.
6 years of not doing caffeine, that Pepsi fucked me up so bad. And I was like, why? Why is my body this way? Do you think I should have not drank the Pepsi and just been honest with a stranger?
Okay. So were you? The boss came back, gave you your food, and then ate separately, or he sat right there?
Sat right there. We
Okay.
sat across from each other at a
Gotcha. Oh, so you
desk.
were at KFC, or he went to pick
No,
up
no, no. We
KFC?
were at work.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
We had
Gotcha.
like a weird desk system where we were like outside of our computer monitors, essentially facing each other.
Okay. Um. Yeah. I don't think I would have had the Pepsi. I may have sipped the Pepsi,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't have um filled my throat with that full throated Pepsi. Um, but I also don't think I would have brought it up. I think I would have
Yeah.
just tossed an almost full Pepsi.
Just wouldn't have felt good. And I also think at that point I wasn't where I'm at now, where I'm always carrying a bottle of water with me to make it easy. So it's like, yeah, It would have felt so awkward to just like never touch the Pepsi, go to the break room, get like a little cup of water, and just like
Sure.
sit down. I don't know. I got way too in my head at that moment. I think now I would have the 80% confidence to shoot that down and just be like, ah, shit, I should have mentioned it. I can't have Pepsi. Can you go back?
Can you go back? Can you see if they have Coke?
Sprite fam.
I'm on healthline.com because
Oh,
I was
God.
curious, Evan.
Yes. How much is
Are there
Pepsi?
things I have that have caffeine?
Yes.
So this is an article, and that's exactly what I was going to bring up.
Sorry to
Because
spoil it.
Yeah, you've ruined the surprise. Of 10 foods and drinks with caffeine.
Yeah.
The items, of course, are coffee, which I don't have. Cocoa beans and chocolate come in together at number 2. And I do love chocolate. I am that shriveled worm lady in SpongeBob. I needs my chocolate.
Call me that shriveled worm lady.
Call me that, yeah. I'm one of your shriveled worm ladies, Chris Binning.
Call me by my shriveled worm lady, Evan Cox.
A cola nut, which I don't know what that is, but it appears to be mostly in sodas. Green tea, which I don't drink. Guarana, which I don't know what that is, but that appears to also be in like energy drinks and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It must be like a fruit or something, but it's in the list of ingredients for every fucking energy drink.
Yeah. Yerba tea, which I don't drink. Chewing gum, which I don't have.
Interesting.
Energy drinks, coffee containing foods like tiramisu, coffee ice cream. Either of those. And I don't like either of those.
No. That is,
I don't like
I'll
tiramisu.
Say the biggest annoyance, because it's so easy if everyone's just, oh, do you want a coffee? Ah, sorry, I don't have, I can't have caffeine. Oh, would you like some tiramisu? I probably should. Oh, no, don't worry. It's not like coffee. It just has like coffee in it. It can't be that caffeinated. I'm like, yeah, but it also, it just is. Like, fuck off.
Right.
Trust me.
Yeah, I don't like tiramisu. I don't like coffee flavored things because I just don't like the flavor of coffee either.
But I fortunately never cared for it in desserts. I love coffee cake, but that I don't think has any coffee in it.
And then the last thing here, chocolate flavored foods. And this includes hot chocolate, which I do like hot chocolate.
Yeah, that one.
But I have very rarely. So
hot chocolate.
I really, other than chocolate, like right now I've got a bag of chocolate chips in the refrigerator, and sometimes I just grab a handful and pop them in my mouth.
Love that. That's the shit. I'm all about it.
They are the milk chocolate ones, and this says that in 3.5 ounces of milk chocolate, you'll get 45 milligrams of caffeine, around the amount of caffeine in a cup of black tea. Now, I don't know how many ounces are in a handful of these chocolate chips, but I am getting some caffeine due to my chocolate intake.
No, that's one I forget about, because it is like, you know, if you have a Snickers bar, you're not going to be like, ooh, I've got a little buzz going. But if you're...
Don't talk to me till I've had my Snickers.
Angry?
Yeah.
We're shills.
That's right. This episode's secretly been brought to you by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry.
You're not.
Have a Snickers.
Come on.
Have a Snickers, baby.
Come on, baby. Snickers.
I've heard some bad podcast ads, but I think that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was
That wasn't it.
Snickers, baby.
Come on. What's you do? Yeah. But no, that is a sneaky one where it's like, I will do that because I have just a stupid sweet tooth. And it's like, oh, there's chocolate chips. So I'll just eat way too many. And then I feel like shit. And I'm like, why'd I do that? But chocolate.
There was this isn't
never given that
caffeine,
up.
but some impulse control issues with sweets has definitely been a problem for me. I haven't really done this with chocolate chips. I'm content with just like a heaping handful. But there was a period of time where I was like, you know what? I think I just want to buy this bag of marshmallows, these jumbo marshmallows, and just fucking eat them all, and then feel awful for the rest of the day. And then buy them again the next time I go to the store.
When my girlfriend's family was here for the weekend of the 4th, her mom had brought it. They stopped by Trader Joe's. I don't know if you are familiar with their giant chocolate bars they sell. It's like a 1 pound thing. It's like this big. Too much chocolate.
No, I'll need to go check those out.
You should check
I'll need to
out.
Investigate that.
You gotta investigate. But she brought a bunch of s'mores stuff, and we're just slowly going like, I mean, we can't have a fire here. I don't know any way to make s'mores. And she's like, oh, no, yeah, no, whatever. Just thought I'd pick them up, but you guys can use them at some point. I'm like, all right, we're trying to go camping at the end of the month. There was a fire out there, though, by Silverwood Lake. And they've shut down the only highway there. So we just got news yesterday that it's like, keep an eye on it. Maybe it'll be open. I'm like, oh, I wanted to get out of here. Anyways, why was I saying that? Oh, it's hard. I'm a fucking fiend, and I can't just not. That giant fucking thing of chocolate is down there, and all those marshmallows, and like, man, I could have a good time. Just raw dogging
you said
those.
You didn't eat breakfast, so it sounds like it's
I didn't
down
eat
there.
breakfast. They are down there. So the whole reason this topic got brought up, plus, I mean,
because it obviously wasn't me.
And you might be saying, Evan also doesn't have caffeine. Couldn't have been him. Who was it? It does sound like we have a full episode of overindulgence of sweets we can talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like
to
a
Augustus
severe
Gloops.
issue for the both of us.
We are both the shriveled worm ladies and Augustus Gloop.
So I've mentioned before, I've had to do a lot of work driving back and forth to LA for work lately. And there's been a lot of me being on set for something, shooting something, whatever I'm having to do there. And then I leave. It's always near rush hour. So it takes like 3.5 hours to get back home. And I'll get hit with a Slack message or something that's just like, oh shit, last second, we need this uploaded. Can you do that real fast? So I gotta run to a Starbucks, whatever. I can do some work. So this started as a like, yeah, no fucking problem. Of course I can do that. I can upload this video so fast. And I'm just gonna get a little tea at Starbucks, plug my little compy in, hit upload, listen to a podcast, just sit there, sip my tea. It's a fine time. I've done it before. And I arrive at a place. I put Starbucks into my little Maps app, and it takes me to a Starbucks. But this is new to me. It's to Starbucks like a city Target is to a Target. It's almost like if you took, speaking of Target, if you took the Starbucks inside of a Target and then just moved that to its own building, and it was just that size. But it also had a pared down menu. Like, mini Starbucks, what the fuck is this? But they had chairs, had a place to plug in. So it'll be obvious to a certain degree where this story is going. But whenever I'm forced to go to Starbucks, I'm forced. There's nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
I don't normally go out of my way to go there because their tea selection sucks. For herbal tea, I need herbal tea. Other teas have caffeine. Green tea, black tea, white tea, all has caffeine in it. So the only non-caffeinated options at a Starbucks, mint Majesty, mint flavor. There's a vanilla, chamomile, and like various citrus ones. Those ones always turn to just be like hot juice. They're very sweet, and I don't care for them as much as I like sweets. Not in my tea.
Right.
So that's your flavor profile for Starbucks caffeine-free drinks.
Okay.
I go to this small Starbucks, and I see it's like coffee-wise, they just have like 3 options or something. So I'm like, okay, I might be fucked on the tea front. Tea options, also 3 options. One is a black tea, one is a green tea, and one is something, God, I should have pulled it up to see exactly what it was called, but it's a hot tea that is honey vanilla citrus tea. And that's all it says. I'm like, I know the Starbucks game. Why would I think this is not? I always go into Starbucks and I ask, like, what are the herbal teas? And they always are kind of shitty about it. And then they tell me it's just those 3 options that don't have caffeine. So I'm just like, clearly, this little fucking place with just these options, this is the caffeine-free option. I'm not even going to ask. I buy this. You see what happened. But I go to upload this fucking video. Their internet is dead. It is so fucking slow. It's going to take like 7 hours to upload this video. So I'm like, shit. Well, I already bought this. I gotta go, I don't know, to another Starbucks. So I've got my tea and I leave. I look up another Starbucks because I'm like, maybe I need to find just a full Starbucks and they'll have regular internet I can hop on to. And I find another Starbucks. I pop in there, and this was a weird moment where I'm choosing to be honest here. I could just, I don't know, fly by the seat of my pants, but I brought my tea in, showed it to the person working there, and I was like, "Hi, I was at another Starbucks," and I just said their internet was down. Like, can I just like sit down and use your Wi-Fi? And they're like, yeah, totally. So it starts off real slow. I'm like, fuck. And then it speeds back up. It's like, all right, it'll take an hour to upload. I'm like, that's normal for this large file. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm just sipping my tea, looking at my phone, probably playing Slay the Spire. Great game. It's taken up most of my life lately. That's why I'm not going anywhere in life. And I'm drinking it. And suddenly I'm like, not feeling good. And part of caffeine life, which you've probably never experienced, but maybe you've heard of, this is a gross topic, the coffee shits.
I've absolutely heard of the coffee shits.
It's a very common
One
thing.
person in our work break room, when they brew coffee, suddenly everybody's having to run back and forth. I don't know what that one guy is doing, but he's the only one.
It's part of the reason I'd brew coffee in the morning, cup of Folgers, get that out of my system in the morning, then go to work. It's a nice little routine. Plus, I was a smoker at the time. That also kind of makes it easy to go. So I had a good routine at the time. All bad habits, but I started.
Yeah, you were blasting out the back all day.
Yeah, all day, bro. So I started having that feeling like simultaneous.
They say cigarettes are bad for your health, but if they're so bad, how come I'm shitting my pants every couple hours?
I'm so regular, I'm super. Supersize me?
The most regular thing about me is that I'm constantly going to the bathroom on the regular.
You start feeling that feeling like, oh, I gotta go, and it's not gonna be fun, and I'm starting to get a little jittery. And it pops into my head, like, I might have been wrong. I should look this up. And I look it up, and it's like, yeah, it's a green tea. Because on the cup, there was a G and an R. It doesn't
Sure.
say anything on that. I get that I'm the caffeine-free guy going to Starbucks. And I'm the one that you're not catering to. But like the other two, it just said black tea, green tea. Put the fucking words up there. I had a grande. I drank like 3/4 of it before realizing it was green tea. Now, for those that don't know, that might not sound like a big deal. Green tea has the same amount of caffeine as coffee. Essentially, I drank 3/4 of a grande of coffee, and I otherwise have not had caffeine in 15 years. I start getting that heightens my anxiety because now I'm aware of it. So it's like, oh no, everything's falling apart. Here's what happened. So I go in to use the restroom. There's one restroom. I hate this anywhere. Not because we gotta split the genders up. Whatever.
But because you know what you're about to do in there.
I know what
There's
I'm about
to be
do.
0 restrooms in the Starbucks.
I want to give people the option to opt out and move to the other side. I am in there. It goes just terribly. And it's a Ace Ventura, do not go in there situation. But it can't be helped. I poisoned myself on accident.
Better out than in, I always say.
There's a knock on the door.
Like, uh-oh, come and knock on our door.
We've all been there when I fucked up a
taking a
restroom.
poo. And
then John Ritter, Suzanne Summers, and the other one are all out there knocking and singing. Yeah. And it's like, this sucks, but I'm human. I'm only human. I gotta go back. Because I left my laptop there. I didn't even ask someone to watch it. I'm a dork. I opened the door. I don't know why this is worse. 2, I would say 12, 13-year-old girls. And I think this is worse because I've been in middle school before. And I know that 12 to 13-year-old girls are mean. And the height of judgment. I don't say anything. I open the door. I see them. I just go like, oh, I'll go back to my work.
Warmed it up for you.
One of them goes in. I hear the door close. Then I hear the door open. And this girl has been fucking traumatized. Comes out. I'm looking. We keep making eye contact. And I keep turning away for obvious reasons. And she's whispering to her friend. And they leave. And she keeps looking back at me the whole fucking way. It was the worst moment of my adult life. I hated it so much. Any advice?
Oh, I don't know if there's any advice. Look, sometimes you just gotta stank it up.
You just don't. You never know because you've seen this shit happen. You've been the one to walk into a restroom. It's like, Jesus, someone blew up the fucking place.
Yes, 100%.
You never know. I don't think that's ever happened to me. When it's like you're gonna be that guy. It's not like
you're the guilty one.
I fucked this up. I farted in the elevator, but there's no one to come in. Someone later is going to be upset about it. Like,
right.
It hurt me so bad. And I was already with the heightened anxiety. Just like, I ended up, I was going to send you a picture.
Of what?
We did a double date at the old spaghetti factory in Duarte. Yeah. Which is a fun name for a place, Duarte. I was going to send you a picture from Expedia saying your trip to Duarte has been secured, and just be like, I'll explain on an episode. I ended up staying in Duarte. I didn't realize until the next day that I was staying directly behind the old spaghetti factory, because I was just like, I drove from the Starbucks like 2 blocks. It was just like, I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to drive for 3 hours. I am dying. And I stayed in a hotel and kept the lights on. I had a horrible headache from it. Absolutely miserable fucking day, and it's all the fault of caffeine. I would take no responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, that's
not my proudest
That's
moment.
a crazy thing to have happened. No. I'm still trying to decide, like, is it worse that it was 12 to 13-year-olds? Because in my mind, it would be worse. Like, they at least just whispered and left, right?
No,
I
that was
feel
so
like
much worse to me.
I feel like it would be worse. I'm imagining the stereotypical Karen being on the other side of that door. Being like, I need to speak to a manager after what I've just seen and gone through.
That would have been more reasonable. I think the
That
problem...
would have been more reasonable.
It would have been more reasonable. No, it would have been easier for me, no pun intended, easier for me to digest. Because there's an insane person on the other end of this complaint. There's someone irrational.
I see. Okay.
Whispering to each other leaves everything to the imagination, which, especially at that heightened anxiety moment, was going haywire. Like, I just have to assume it was 2 people congregating on the fact that I was a fucking disgusting human being. And we need to leave now. I don't know. Hurt my self-esteem.
Yeah. Speaking of irrational, I guess, something to touch on here is the old cliche that many comedians, especially the older ones, have gotten into over the last 15 to 20 years, doing some sort of bit or writing a show or movie where they go into a coffee shop and then the barista, they yell at the barista because how come you've got all these sizes, but they all mean large? How dare you make me say venti or grande? Yeah. This is America. It's small, medium, or large. And doesn't anybody just make a regular coffee anymore? What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on hacky comedians?
The worst part about that, and it's the case with, I mean, that's the definition of hack, is like, it comes from a source, and the source was funny. That was that fucking Sean William Scott, Paul Rudd.
Role models,
yeah. There's a whole bit. Paul Rudd's like, I want to order a venti. What am I, Fellini? It makes me laugh. Yeah, that sucks.
I think there's also the difference that, like, that scene at least paints Paul Rudd as like the bad guy, whereas many of these other projects are like, this comedian's the voice of the people.
I'm the voice of the people.
I love it when old, rich, out of touch comedians yell at minimum wage workers. This is my comedy.
It's funny. You can't deny it. You can't. Don't deny it.
And also, like, hey, don't get me wrong. I don't love when other places try to get cutesy with the size names. I don't love going into Cold Stone Creamery and having to decide, like, do I want to order a like it or a love it? Like, I don't enjoy that at all, but I'm not going to bring it up to the people who work there.
Yeah. if it's too hard for you, you go into. First off, if it's too hard for you, stop going to Starbucks. I know I just said
Yes.
I go there for work semi-frequently, but hey, guess what? They're a Seattle company, but they're a terrible company. Their owner is a fucking monster. So don't feel bad not going to a Starbucks. I feel like that's going to make these people want to go there more. Like, oh no, we support the billionaires. We want to make sure they have money.
Yeah.
I just don't want
Yeah,
any
exactly.
Italian words.
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
Mm.
When I am forced to go to a Starbucks, they used to have smoothies. I don't think they really have smoothies anymore. So what I will order, unless it's in the winter, and then I'll order a hot chocolate. But I'll usually just be like, "Hey, can I get a blueberry muffin, or can I get one of those iced lemon loaves?"
Yeah, those are so fucking good.
Those are so good.
They're so fucking good. Back to our overload on sweets.
But
the definition of something that just feels like, yeah, I could just get this for breakfast. It's like, this is cake.
Yeah.
This is pound cake.
Yes.
So fucking good.
But that's what I'll usually do, instead of hoping that I get a drink that isn't gonna blow my back out later. But
they do the refreshers now, which is not like a shake thing, but it's like water juice.
I don't know. I don't even
sweet
necessarily
water juice.
Find those super refreshing either. But
Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf does shake.
You mentioned
things,
that
they're pretty good.
Yeah, they are. When you mentioned that when you ask about the teas and stuff, most of the people that work there are kind of rude about it. I'll tell you what, they're also pretty rude when you get a hot chocolate or a blueberry muffin or an iced lemon loaf. When you only order a pastry, they're always like, "That's it?" When you get a hot chocolate, the person that calls your name is always like, "Hot chocolate for Chris?" Like, yeah. Give me my sweet drink.
Yeah.
So maybe that's got less to do with maybe they just don't like making something that's not coffee. I don't know.
Here's the thing, though. When there's any attitude about this, as someone who was a coffee drinker, and I loved just I like good old fashioned black coffee. I don't need sugar or sweets or love from my family.
They don't make that anymore.
I don't need people to.
Everything's gotta be caramel frappuccino, macchiato, latte, whipped cream, sugar, chocolate, milk. I like a regular black coffee. Like an American man.
I did love black coffee, but I also have a sweet tooth, and I would get a mocha. And that's a common thing. Mochas are fucking, it's chocolate milk. It's caffeinated hot chocolate milk, and it's delicious. But you can't give respect to someone who's ordering a mocha and then laugh at someone ordering a hot chocolate. It's the same fucking thing. It also does have caffeine in it. We just discussed.
Yeah.
I'm getting high on caffeine here. So deal with it.
The last thing I want to bring up.
Here he goes.
Do you remember the Folgers commercial around Christmas time in which... Yes.
It's the best.
In which a brother comes home from somewhere. I don't know if it was the military or from college, or I
think
have
it was college
memories of what was going on. But he comes home and his sister is so enamored with his return. Like, I don't need presents. You're my gift this year. And collectively, the entire nation went, ugh.
What the fuck are you talking
about? What'd you think about that commercial, Evan?
I love that commercial so much. I don't know that there's ever been some, because there's other commercials we can all laugh at, like the was it Kylie Jenner and the Pepsi? Give him a Pepsi.
Kendall Jenner,
that.
Yes,
Kylie Jenner. I don't know.
Kendall. It's Kendall.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy handed this angry
AI,
Star
make
Wars
it
fans a Pepsi.
This is what, see, that's all I'm saying. This is what we could use AI for. Put Kathleen Kennedy
And
in
make
there.
sure you make the boobs gigantic.
Whoa,
so
whoa.
it's realistic.
This is what they'd look like in real life.
Yeah.
In my dreams. No, that there are other commercials that are unintentionally funny like that, but that it's just so fucking earnest.
Yeah.
It's unreal that it can't have passed that many eyes.
Correct.
And just everyone agreed, like, yeah, this is sweet. This is
heartwarming. Yeah.
This is like someone in power was just like, yeah, this is hot.
It's hot. You guys like coffee. That's why it's like this.
Love it. It's the best. And you know what else is the best? Us. You know it.
So true, bestie.
Tell us more often. You can listen to as many episodes as you want. It's practically endless of How Do We Human. We're anywhere you get your podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Amazon Music, whatever, Apple Podcasts. Listen to the rest. It's funny shit. As we said last week, we are working on a new project, but until we find a stopping point, we're still making these. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Be excited. That wasn't convincing. I feel like I just ruined everyone. You can talk to us on Instagram if you have any concerns or questions. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube with full video. We're on Facebook. All of these are at HowDoWeHuman. You can talk to us, email us, howdowehumanpod@gmail.com. And that's about that. Otherwise we're getting quizzy.
Time for a little quiz. We are, at a minimum, 3 more quizzes away from Evan claiming victory.
Hell yeah.
Or if I go 5 for 5 on the next 3 quizzes in a row, I'm claiming victory.
I find that so much more possible than you do. I'm like, I don't see myself winning this. I see myself losing by like 2 points the last week.
As a reminder, Evan, you are at 89 points.
Love that.
11 away from victory.
My name's
I'm at 85 points. 15 away from victory. Let's see how close you can get. Oh, yeah. What's the problem?
There's a hint in there. There's a Dan Brown-esque clue in 11 because my name is in there, but prior to it is L.
Oh, interesting.
It's an L for Evan.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get nothing right, and I'm going to be stuck at L Evan. And you're going to pass me and win. Get every answer correct. Anyways.
Question 1, Evan. What color is the cross on the flag of Finland? Red, blue, white, or black?
I had an answer. It's one of those situations where I'm like, oh, see it in my head. I know. And then it's not one of the options.
Which color did you imagine, Evan?
Yellow.
Interesting.
This might be Sweden's flag, though. And this is the problem being I'm Norwegian myself. But I don't think I could discern the Norwegian, Finnish, and Swedish flags from each other because I'm awful.
I think I know what this flag looks like. However, I don't know if I have it inversed in my mind. Like, I think I know.
That's what I'm wondering with myself. I think I got to go in that direction. Just trust my instincts. I'm going to say blue.
Okay, I'm going to say white.
Okay.
And I was between red and white, but we'll see what it happens. It was blue. Good job, Evan. I thought blue was not involved at all.
I think the red and white is Sweden. I was picturing.
No,
I
Sweden's blue and yellow.
I was.
I knew that for sure
Sweden
because
is
I
blue
worked
and
at
yellow?
IKEA.
What's the? That's right. What's the fucking Finnish flag then? Okay, I'll look
Finland's flag is white with a blue
fine, I'll look it up
cross.
too. White with blue cross. Hey, I once had blue cross. It was nice. And then my workplace decided.
Did you also have blue shield?
I don't remember. This is a very easy question for me. I don't know if it is for you.
Who knows?
Which singer was born Robert Allen Zimmerman in 1941? Neil Young, Paul Simon, Leonard Cohen, or Bob Dylan?
Ooh, okay, I have my answer.
Okay.
I feel like I heard this around the time of A Complete Unknown. I'm going to say Bob Dylan.
It is Bob Dylan. They could have at least given us 3 other Bobs.
Sure. Well, hey, I almost
of a hint in there.
I almost went with Paul Simon for a second, so it wasn't as obvious as you might think. But I thought, middle name Alan. You can call me Al.
True.
You can call me Big Al. I thought maybe one of the Country Bears was born Robert Allen Zimmerman.
Call me Big Al. You can redo that. Here's your project, except for like boomers. That you can call me Al video with Chevy Chase dancing, but you can replace Chevy Chase with Big Al because there's got to be a lot of footage of him dancing in that movie.
Absolutely, you gotta assume. Hey, by the way, Evan.
Yes.
It'll be more than 3 games for me to win. So,
all right.
What did King John lose? Cromwell melt down, and Thomas Blood nearly steal.
Who's Thomas?
The coronation chair, crown jewels, royal seal, or royal regalia? I have my answer.
Yeah, I guess I do too. I don't really know, but
I don't really know either.
Jewels.
That's what I'm saying too. It is funny, and it's correct. And we love it when something funny is correct.
Absolutely. This is also an easy one for me, maybe for both of us. Who caused panic in 1938 with his realistic War of the Worlds radio broadcast? John Houseman, Orson Welles, Howard Koch, Howard Koch, or Koch? Alfred Hitchcock.
Howard
I don't know
Pepsi.
if he's related.
Do you have Howard Pepsi on the list?
I don't know if that's related to the Koch brothers. I think it's Howard Koch. Who cares? Those are your options. I know the answer.
The last answer, of course, being Alfred Hitchcock. I don't know if we got that out.
I did say it. It probably didn't come through clearly.
I do have my answer as well. I'm going with Orson Welles.
You would be right. You dick.
Evan, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you've gotten 4 out of 4 correct. I don't know if you'll be able to pull off this last answer.
All right.
How many pods are on the Millennium Eye in London? 48, 32, 50, or 26?
You've at least been to London.
Now
Does this mean anything to you?
I know what this means.
I do.
And I'm going to be in London in just a couple days.
What a lucky
so yet again, I'm getting preemptive European questions. I need these to be after I come back and not before I go. I have my... I know what this means. I have my answer, but I'm in no way confident. I know what they're asking. I just am not confident in the answer.
So pods, they probably mean the shipping containers you can order and have dropped off at your place when you're moving. Millennium Eye is probably the window in the Millennium Falcon.
Correct.
So Euro Disney. How many pods would there be? There's not a lot of moving in and out. I'm just gonna make it clean 50.
I'm going with 48.
2 less.
It was 32. We both get it
That was my
wrong.
first answer. But both were guesses, so whatever.
The Millennium Eye, of course, is the Ferris wheel in London. So they're asking how many little cars are on the Ferris wheel. But it didn't matter because neither one of us got it right.
Is that a commonly known thing? Like, if I lived in London and frequented that, I mean, I could say I have lived in Seattle and frequented the waterfront where the Great Wheel is. I've been on it. I have no fucking clue how many pods are on there. What a bullshit question. I'm mad. I almost had 5 out of 5.
You did, but instead you get 4 out of 5, puts you at 93 points.
That feels
7
good.
away from the finish line. I move up to 88 points.
My birth year.
Yeah. And it's looking pretty good for you to win and get to 100 points, which would, as a reminder, tie us up 1-1 in that race to 100 points.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, and I hope, listeners, you stick around. Okay, bye.
Stick around. Okay, bye.